I'm here with Janine because you have questions about how to purchase a sofa and how to know whether what you're purchasing is quality and well made. So what are your questions?
Well, really just where do you begin?
So let's start with the back cushions.
Okay.
This has 3 cushions, and normally the sofas come in 3, 2, or just 1.
All right.
And it usually comes as loose cushions or attached. I prefer personally the loose ones.
Okay.
And I know Jen prefers the attached ones because she has 3 boys, so
Okay.
I could understand she doesn't want to fluff and fix it all the time. If you have 3 cushions, people tend to be more comfortable to sit in the middle because there's a cushion assigned to it. If you have 2 cushions, I think they're not comfortable sitting in the middle.
And then what about like arm style?
If you have a more contemporary room, you wanted to introduce a more contemporary looking sofa, and that's they usually have straight arms.
Okay.
And usually the traditional sofas have the rounded arms.
And then what about like the bottom?
Yeah.
Are there options?
Yeah, there's options. This one sort of has a skirt. Normally you'll see skirts when it's traditional. And then some of the sofas have exposed wood. This one doesn't have. If it has exposed wood, then you'll see the legs, and it's usually made of hardwood.
Okay.
And it's finished in different finishes, different colors. And so that dictates the style. So if you have, like exposed wood, it's more contemporary. And if you have a skirt, it's more traditional or country. Let's talk about quality as well. Like if you go to a furniture store, you usually don't see the frame. You're not going to be shown how it's made.
Right.
And so people usually ask us like, well, how would you know whether it's quality made?
Right. How
And
are
I
you
think
gonna
it
know?
depends on the vendor that you use. So if you trust your vendor, then you'll know that they make quality furniture. I think the most important thing to consider is the frame.
Okay.
And this is the wood that they used to frame the sofa and stuff.
Okay, so you'll only know that it's a good frame by asking questions.
Yeah, hopefully you'll get someone who is knowledgeable in the store
Okay.
or who knows the vendor well. But yes, you have to ask questions.
Okay, and what questions should we be asking?
You should ask like, what is the frame made of?
All
Usually
right.
it's dry kilned wood.
All right.
If it's not wood, if they just get like a soft pine, then usually that doesn't last.
Okay.
And then also check how it's constructed. How are the joints put together?
Okay.
It should be constructed with mortise and tenon, and it should also be glued and doweled together. So
Okay.
it provides more durability and more stability.
Okay, so just a good quality wood frame
Right.
is going to determine the quality of the sofa.
Right. So you start with the frame, and then you also have to ask about how are the seats made.
Okay.
And the best construction is 8-way hand tied.
Okay.
And that's just like a spring coil of tempered steel where they attached on 8 points. So it really is very sturdy and durable. If you feel this is where, the springs, you'll feel the springs. And so there's 2 types. The good quality vendors would use the 8-way hand tied like I talked to you about, or the sinuous springs, which is the S-shaped spring
Right.
that you normally would see. This vendor, which is one of my favorites, has 4 different types of cushion, and it starts from a standard cushion
Okay.
to the really very plush one that has down feathers.
Okay.
So if you open this up, you'll see that whatever foam they used is wrapped. So if you open something up and you just have the foam exposed, or you don't even know if they have peanuts or like packing material inside, then don't buy the sofa.
Okay.
Because that's not really good quality.
Okay.
And not all vendors have 4 types of cushions.
But this
They
particular
usually would
one.
have like a firm
Okay.
to the plush.
Okay.
Well, I hope we gave you information so you know what to look for when you're purchasing your sofa. Up next, we're going to DC Upholstery.